Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove your leaked exclusive content from the internet. Now, the original content may have been on any of these platforms, but now it's leaked and you want to get rid of it. We'll be going through DMCA and what it is. Then I'm going to be showing you how to find leaked content to remove. And then I'm actually going to show you how to remove it, both from Google and the source website itself. I'm going to also be showing you how to enable automatic removals with just 2 clicks. Let's start with this. What is DMCA? DMCA stands for the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It's a US-based law. Now, a DMCA takedown is a legal request to remove copyrighted content from the internet. So DMCA takedowns is what we'll actually be using to remove your leaked content. Now, there's a common misconception here that you need to somehow register your copyright. For DMCA takedowns, this is not the case. As soon as you create a piece of content, you already own the copyright to it. Now that we have this basic stuff out of the way, let's get into actually finding leaks and then removing them. Now, before we can remove any leaks, obviously we need to find them first. And there's 2 main methods to do this. The first one is the manual method of just searching Google for your leaks. And the second one is using Bruqi's free tool that automatically performs these Google searches just thousands of times automatically. Now, I'll show you the Google method first. What you want to do is just go to google.com, right? And what you do want to do is search your username. So this would be your OnlyFans username or Instagram username with the word leaked next to it, right? Once you do that, you'll get a bunch of results. And what you want to do is go through each of these results, click on them, visit the website, and take a look. Does it contain your content illegally or not? If it does, you want to copy the address, the URL, and paste it in a document like this, right? I have some examples here, but you would have real ones, right? And that's just it, right? You go down this list, you look at this one, you look at that one, you look at the third one, the fourth one, and every time you find a leak, you copy it into your document, right? You go all the way down, do this for as many pages as you can, right? And preferably you also go through the images and take a look at those. Once you've done this for, one of your usernames with the keyword leaked, maybe try your display name, right? Display name leaked, try it with leak, right? And you'll get different results because Google gives different results depending on what you search, right? And freeloaders looking for your leaks will also use different search terms to try to find your leaks. Now, as you can already imagine, this gets really, really complicated really quickly and just super tedious and time consuming. So alternatively, you can also use Bruqi's free tool. Bruqi's free tool basically performs the same action just thousands of times automatically. And it's completely free to run the scan. So I'll show you that method now. So what you want to do is you can go to bruqi.com. You can just say get free scan. And here you can sign up. You can either already use your existing Google account or you can make a new account. I'm going to make a new account. So I've made an account. I've added my name. In this case, I just added example account, but you should add your actual name. Added my email address and my password, and I just click sign up. Once I've done that, it asks me to add my official links. So this might be your OnlyFans account, your Patreon, fanfics, or anything else, It might be your Instagram as well. This is basically where your content originates from that people steal. So I'm just going to do OnlyFans here and add a username. Then I just click OK, and it's added automatically. Here we get a little welcome message. It suggests that we should optimize our account. So let us just do that. Here you can basically specify what your content is like. So let's say images here, man, gym, gamer. And this basically optimizes the search terms to better suit your content type. So it'll basically end up finding more leaks. Here we can also add more usernames. We can add as many as we want. And here we can also add more official links. Once we're ready, we can go back to the dashboard and we can click Start Scan. Once we click it, you should see this kind of heart rate type of thing that says starting. And now basically what this means is that it's right now it's scanning. So it's been about 10 minutes or so, and we can see that there's a lot of leaks, over 1,500 found, with over almost 11,000 analyzed, and it's still going, which is absolutely crazy. Now it just went up by 1,000. So this is kind of why using Bruqi's tool is way better. Imagine you would have to go through these 13,000 to find these 1,800. So that's just why using this free tool is much better. So what you can do is you can scroll down and you'll actually see the leaks here. You'll see what method was used to find them. You'll see the link URL. All of these are blurred because like this account isn't verified yet that they own the content. And you can see when it was found, and you can just scroll down and it just keeps going because, you know, keep in mind there's almost 1,800 here. What you want to do now is you want to click these, and basically you need to verify your content ownership. The reason you need to do this is to make sure that our powerful software is not being used by people that are just looking for leaks for like their own purposes instead of the content owner that's trying to remove them. Now, verifying content ownership on Bruqi is super easy. You just click verify ownership and then add one of these snippets to your bio. And that might be either on your OnlyFans, your Instagram. And once you've added this little snippet here, you can just click snippet added, verify, and within 5 seconds, your content ownership will be verified. I've verified the account now, and it's also been a bit of time. And you can see we already have like 44,000 analyzed and over 20,000 links found. Now keep in mind this is a huge creator, so this is to be expected. And hopefully you won't have that much. But if you scroll down, you can see a bunch of these leaks. And what you can do here is just go one by one and just copy this over to your text document and paste it in there and just go all the way down, and then in the end you'll have a list of leaks that you can then report yourself manually for free. While we're here, it's important to mention that sometimes creators come to us and they run their free scan, and the scan finds 100, 200, 500, 1,000, or in this case, it found over 33,000 leaks. And unfortunately, when the scan finds this many leaks, there's not that much the creator can do to remove them. You can try, but it's a really uphill battle and it's going to be super duper tedious. And the worst part is the leaks will come back the next day and the next day after that and the next day after that because leakers keep leaking, right? So for these kind of creators that are a bit larger and aren't just starting out, we have this upgrade for automatic removals button here, which takes you to the plans page. And what this does is basically you can subscribe and Bruqi will automatically run scans either every day or every hour or every week. And what this does is that as soon as a leak appears, it's removed. As soon as it appears, it's removed. So basically what ends up happening is that you never really have any leaks online, and this boosts your earnings and doesn't let people find your leaked content for free, right? If you do run your scan and the scan runs and finds about 50 leaks or so, then you can actually probably handle it on your own. In which case, keep watching now and we'll discuss how to do DMCA takedowns completely for free yourself. Now, if you follow the previous step, you'll have a document full of leaks. And what we want to do now is actually remove these. There's two things you want to do in terms of removals. First is you want to remove the leaks from Google. Removing them from Google will make them pretty much unfindable, so the traffic to these web pages will decrease by 99%. The second thing is you want to also try to remove them at source, from the source website itself. And I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. But first, let's look at Google. What you want to do is go to this web page right here that you see on screen. And this is the official Google DMCA takedown form. And keep in mind, this is a legal document that you're filling out, so be careful and actually read the stuff that's here, right? Also keep in mind that the information here will be public on the Lumen database. I believe it says so here. And then you just want to fill it out, right? So firstly, you need to add your real name, right? I'll just add example, but make sure to add your real one. Your surname, optionally a company name, right? If you have an LLC or something. Then you need to say who you represent, most likely myself, right? You represent yourself. You need to confirm that you are indeed the copyright holder, right? You want to add your email address. Now, make sure to add your actual email address, of course, because this is where Google will contact you with any kind of problems or if the content is actually removed. Then for most creators, this is going to be no. And here you need to add a DMCA message. So this is basically what the problem is. You can just copy this one that I have here, which is an example. You can just copy this and paste it in here. Now make sure to change the things that need to be changed here. So for example, I left this your username. You want to change this to your actual username, as well as the link here to your official link, whatever that may be. But that's basically where your content originates from. And then, and this basically just says that there's a problem. Then here you need to add where your content can be found legally, right? We already had this in the message, but we're just gonna copy this and add it here. Once again, make sure to change this to your actual link, whether that may be your OnlyFans or some sort of streaming platform or Instagram. And then you wanna actually locate where the infringing material is. So these are the leaks, right? If we go back to our document, we can just copy all of these, right? And we can paste these in here. Now, an important note here is that each of these leaks need to be like line by line. So this is the first line, this is the second line, this is the third line. They can't be, for example, like this. You see a bunch of red, really scary. Yeah, they can't be like that. Also, there can't be any spaces in the end here, like in this case. So if you remove that, then it'll all be good. You can add up to 1,000 leaks here, and that's a submission limit per day. So after 24 hours, you can submit another 1,000 leaks. Once you're done with all these, make sure to double check everything is fine. You can move on to here, and these are basically statements that you have a good faith belief and that you know what you're signing up for, that this is a legal document. You can select a date and you can just add your name and surname here again, which is basically like the signature. You fill out this CAPTCHA here, and once you're ready with everything, you can click submit. Once submitted, you can wait for about 24 hours until Google will get back to you, and they'll let you know whether the content is removed or whether there's some sort of extra things that you need to do. Let's discuss removals at source. There's a couple things you need to know before we get started. Firstly, success may vary. Some websites will remove your leaked content and some websites will just ignore your request. The best we can do is try. Secondly, make sure you have a dedicated email address specifically for DMCA takedowns. And this is basically so that you would have a custom email address that's not connected to your main email address, so that you don't give your main email address to these sketchy websites. And thirdly, if you have to visit these websites, make sure to use a VPN. Okay, now let's get into it. For this, we will be using the Bruqi dashboard once more, and that's because the Bruqi dashboard makes it super easy to find the DMCA contact information if you're doing DIY removals. Usually, you would have to find this information on your own, but Bruqi already has a database of thousands of leaked websites and their contact information. So after we've ran a scan, we can just scroll down and we can see all these leaks here, and we can just click remove manually on one of these. And you can see that this specific example is a form. Let's go to a different one first. So this one has an email address. So what you want to do is you want to copy this email address and you want to go to your new, remember, fresh Gmail account, something you only use for DMCA takedowns. So you want to start a new email. You want to say paste in the email address, if it's an email address, right? And you can just copy this text right here that Bruqi provides you. You can just click paste, and you can also copy the subject line, which is DMCA takedown request, right? Put that in the subject, and then you can just fill this out yourself. And that's it. You can just send it out, and boom, the DMCA takedown request is sent. And then you can move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Now, I'll find another example where there's actually a form that you need to fill out. This is where you have to fill out an actual form instead of sending an email. So in this case, you want to make sure your VPN is enabled because we'll actually be visiting this website, right? You can copy this and enter the web page into your browser. And this will be a contact form that you need to fill out. So you see it has a message box here. You can go and just copy this once again, right? Go here, paste this in here with your specific details, right? Like make sure to fill them out once again. And then you need to add your email. So make sure to use your DMCA specific email. Then you need to fill out a CAPTCHA here. And then you can just click send and it'll be sent off. So that's how you fill out a form. Once you do this, you need to go through down the list here, do it for as many leaks as possible, and they'll contact you via email letting you know whether the content was removed. Now that we've discussed manual removals, let's talk automatic. Now there's two main advantages of enabling automatic removals. Firstly, as the name implies, they're fully automatic. So Bruqi handles both the scans and the removals, and you can just sit back and relax. Secondly, because of Bruqi's industry-leading scans, leaks will be truly unfindable if you're on the right plan. And what I mean by this is that the scan frequency matches how often you're leaked. Obviously, bigger creators get leaked more often, so you need scans and removals that are more often as well. If we go to the plans page, you see that the starter has weekly scans. So this means that if you're leaked every once a week or so, this is probably going to be fine. Whereas if you're leaked every day, then probably Creator Pro is better for you. And if you're getting leaked hour by hour, then you need top 1%. Now you can just go to bruqi.com/plans and take a look which plan suits you as a creator. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment any kind of DMCA questions you may have. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.